Howdy everybody, welcome back to another sort of lore video I guess on the channel, and we're going to be talking about some of the most forgotten Goth family members, because there is a ton of Goths in the Sims franchise. They all share the same last name, but they're not like connected to the main family. And a lot of people forget about these guys, so I wanted to make a video covering them and covering some of these characters, because the reason a lot of people forget about them is because a lot of them are just featured in the console games, like The Sims 3 on Wii and The Sims 3 Pets on DS and stuff like that, so that's usually why they're forgotten. And, I wanted to cover them and sort of my theories on some of them and sort of some of the interesting facts about these Sims, because there is some interesting facts here with some of these characters and, sort of see what's going on with these guys, because they are weird. Some of them are a little bit weird here. And some of them sort of may have, connections to the main family members like Bella and Mortimer and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just wanted to sort of cover them, because a lot of them are pretty much all featured in The Sims 3. Like, they're all just The Sims 3. The Sims 3 just decided to add a ton of Goths to the game, so yeah, there's a ton of them here, and we're going to be covering pretty much all of them. I think I missed like one or two of them that are featured in The Sims 3, but it would be mostly the same stuff. I'd just be repeating myself. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Yeah. Alright, so getting started with some of these forgotten Goth family members, we have Wolf Goth and Trish Goth. Now, these two are from The Sims 3 on Wii. And if you saw me play The Sims 3 on Wii, you'll know how horrendous that game was. But, yeah, they have the Goths in this game, and they're kind of ass. They're kind of ass. They don't really have anything. They're both unemployed. They just kind of look average. Like, Wolf looks a bit gothic because he's got like a black shirt on, and that's about it. That's about it. And then Trish, she just put in absolutely no effort whatsoever. There's nothing gothic about her at all, except for maybe her hair that kind of, it's the same as Cornelia's hair. But yeah, they're just kind of here. Their traits are not really that interesting all that much. I mean, I guess Trish is a genius, but that's about it. And they live in a kind of Gothic estate, but I wouldn't call it Gothic. I visited the lot at one point, and it wasn't very Gothic, so I don't know. They're not really living in a very Gothic house, so they're kind of ass. Which is stupid, because in the neighborhood, in Vista Beach, there is actually a really cool-looking house that they should have had the Goths living in, but they decided to put them into some average ass house, which is a little bit stupid. So yeah, that's the Sims 3 on Wii Goths. Okay, next up we have Sims 3 Pets, which had Rebecca Goth. She is a young adult, and she looks a little bit more gothic than the other two. And, she's a burial specialist, which I guess makes sense. She heard stories for years of her great-grandfather in the town he carved out of the wilderness. So she came here because of the stories she'd heard about her great-grandfather. And she does have a pet called Buttons Goth, who I think is a cat. And, she's unflirty. She's kind of like Cornelia, I guess. She's a loner. She's a vegetarian bookworm. She wants to be a professional author, and that's about it. She lives in Sugar Maple Coast, which is the neighborhood from The Sims 3 Pets on console. So, yeah, she's just kind of there chilling. She's, doing her own thing. She's got her cat with her. She's a burial specialist. And, yeah. But we can actually find her, I think her grandfather right here, who is Timaeus Goth. I don't know how you say his name. And he is the oldest known member of the Goth family, presumably. He is the oldest known member. And he was the captain of the Goths, which is is it a ship or something? I don't know, I think it's a ship. And yeah, he's buried in the Goth family cemetery. And you can see a picture of him here. I love the quality of pictures we have on the Sims Wiki, man. We couldn't even get a quality picture of the man. So, yeah, you have, he's grumpy, ambitious, brave, perfectionist, snob. But he is the oldest known member of the Goth family. And, he seems kind of interesting, I guess. But, yeah, he's just kind of chilling here. There's also another person buried in the Goth family cemetery called Angela Gilman, who married a Goth man. And it's to be assumed that she married this guy, Timaeus Goth. So, Yeah, I think he married Angela Gilman. That seems to be the case here. That seems to be what's being implied. So, yeah, that's him. That's the Sims 2 pets on console. So, next up we have the Sims 2 pet. No, not the Sims 2 pets. Have I been saying the Sims 2 pets? I mean the Sims 3 pets. So, we got the Sims 3 pets on 3DS here, Nintendo 3DS. And we have Gibson Goth. Now, this dude, once again, he's got kind of eyeliner and a bit of lipstick here, so he looks a bit more gothic, sort of. And he has a cat called Midnight Goth. He's unemployed, he's handy, a loner, and a natural cook. And once again, it's sort of a reoccurring thing with these Goth family members. They don't really have any sort of story, so that's sort of why they're forgotten. They're just kind of here. They just have the last name, and that's it. That's all they got going for them, man. That's all they got is the last name. But the next few ones are actually kind of interesting. So next up we have Minerva Goth, who is an elder, and she died of old age, and she is buried in the graveyard in, I think it's Midnight Hollow, the creepy world. And she's inappropriate, bookworm, athletic, green thumb, and ambitious, and her lifetime wish was to be swimming in cash. And her biography says, can't have a gothic revival world without a goth. So there's nothing really known about Minerva. She's just kind of buried here. She seems like kind of an interesting character, and in a way she kind of resembles Bella Goth from The Sims 3 Lunar Lakes. They kind of look pretty similar there. But yeah, she's just kind of buried here. And once again, there's not much known about her. There's no real information we can find on these characters. They're just kind of here. And yeah, they just kind of added them in and was just like, you know what, we're gonna have a goth that's part of this world, so we just add a random goth into the game. So yeah, she's just chilling here. So next up we have definitely a pretty interesting character, and that is Matilda Goth. I think that's how you say her name. And she, if you look at her, she resembles Bella from The Sims 2 quite a bit. And she actually, you know, she's in the world of Lunar Lakes, which is, you know, the world where you can find the ghost of Bella Goth. And she is a young adult here. She's working as a mail woman, and her last name is Goth. And personally, my theory with this lady here is I believe that she is possibly the daughter of Bella, maybe, or maybe she's the granddaughter of Bella or something like that, because, you know, she has the last name Goth. Bella Goth is deceased on this world, so it's possible that Bella maybe had another family in, what's it called, Lunar Lakes, and, you know, she could be like a, you know, daughter of her. Now, Matilda here doesn't have any personality, which is kind of stupid. She doesn't have any traits whatsoever. Her zodiac sign is Aquarius. She likes pop music, grilled cheese, and the color blue, and that's it. We have no personality here. She doesn't have any sort of personality, no traits, no nothing. Nothing whatsoever. But yeah, my personal theory is that she is the granddaughter of Bella. I feel like that makes quite a bit of sense there. And to me, that makes sense. That's what I think. And another person we have is Roger Goth, who to me doesn't look anything like a goth whatsoever. This dude looks like freaking, he could be related to Loki Beaker from Strange Town. But he's here, and he's in the world of Aurora Skies. And once again, he's another male person. He's a mailman. And just like Matilda, he doesn't have any personality. He doesn't have any traits or anything like that. He's a Taurus. He likes indie music, cheesesteak, and spiced brown. That's it. That's all we got on this dude. All these, like, family members, like these random goth family members, none of them really have anything going for them. And that's probably why nobody talks about them, because they're just, you know, they don't do anything. They're just kind of here. They have the goth name, and, you know, some of them have, you know, a few interesting things going on. But aside from that, they don't really have any sort of story or lore or anything like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do a video talking about these goth family members, because I doubt a lot of people have even heard of them. A lot of these goth family members, you probably ain't even heard of them. I didn't even hear of some of these goth family members. But, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.